We're gonna let your brother cut a little bit, right? Yeah, is that all right with you?
Yeah.
I know it's your saw, but you're gonna let him cut, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get the chainsaw bug too. Can this average homeowner saw do what we need it to do? Let's find out. Welcome to the Okie Woodsman channel. My name is Joe, and I want to know if the average chainsaw owner with a Husqvarna 440 can get some legitimate work done. This is my son's saw, and he's given me permission to go ahead and cut with it, but he did say that if I damage it, I need to either fix it or replace it. I think we can make that happen. What we're tackling today is this dead pine tree. This used to be our chicken run, and because we no longer have chickens, I recently removed down all the wire fence because I want to try to recoup some money out of that. The saw that we're going to use is equipped with an 18-inch bar, 325. To be clear, I am not an expert. I just represent the average guy with a chainsaw. And the average guy with a chainsaw can learn a lot off of YouTube by watching professional tree guys and fallers. Everyone has something to offer, but I've noticed something. Everybody thinks that their way is the only way. So you may see me struggle a little bit because I plan on back barring a little bit because I'm going to be cutting down lower to the ground. You may see me do a little bit of boring, and I'm excited to get started. It's got a little bit of a lean this way, or a lot of bit of a lean, but then it's kind of counterbalanced with limbs off of the backside there. I've also got another dead pine tree that once this is removed, I think I can fall this into this hole over here at some point as well. Can this average homeowner saw do what we need it to do? Let's find out. I normally cut with much larger saws, but we're gonna give this a shot. While it's true that you need to size your saw appropriately, I think that the 40cc size range may do very well with this dead pine tree behind me. Let's get started. I realize I have a deficiency in my chainsaw skill set, so today not only am I testing this saw out, but I'm also going to cut a little bit differently. Commonly, I have a saw that can cut all the way through the tree, much like you'd see on the West Coast, but I have been extremely interested in how the guys like Timber Cutter Patriot and Boys in the Woods cut trees. I will be using a hinge, so I'm not going to be doing any fancy spur cuts, but I'm going to be focused on down lower. I'm not going to get down into the dirt because we do have a lot of rock here, but my goal is to get much closer to the ground than I normally do. I have good holding wood at the base of this tree, so that makes me feel really good. I think there is an advantage to having a little bit more power. I'm pretty rusty. I haven't fallen in quite a while. This is where I'm going to try something new. Those cuts didn't line up the way I wanted them to. I want to take my ears off so that way I can hear what's going on here. In all honesty, I wanted it on that side over there. I know what happened. My hinge was too thick on this side. I didn't line up my cuts well.
Looks like you tried something a bit new on this.
I did. So my son just mentioned that it looks like I tried something new today, and he would be right. I tried doing that bore. I have a lot of practice to do. I didn't meet my cuts up quite well. This one actually ended up like an inch above the other one. Had this not been here, I wouldn't have had to wedge it so hard. I think it would have just gone no problem. Now, the tree also did pull to the right side because I actually did start cutting off my hinge. That's because I wasn't paying attention to where my sights were as I was coming in from this other side here, the high side, I should say. I knew this limb would be a casualty right here. Did this pop up on its own?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when the tree fell?
That limb, the little hit it.
Oh, okay, okay. As it was going, I was thinking, oh man, the power lines are off there to the side, but I had all these trees here, so I figured I was gonna be safe. I then started wondering if I was gonna tag my firewood stand. That didn't happen, and that's a good thing. It was really good to get this tree down. Now, the man who owns that saw is gonna get to cut up a little bit. Do you want to?
Yeah.
All right, all right. So you're gonna make yourself safe, right?
Yep.
All right. And then after he cuts a little bit, he's being so generous, he's gonna let his older brother cut as well. Remember, what we're doing is we're seeing what can you do with a homeowner style saw. This saw is well under $400, especially after you use my discount code OKI10 on sawsuppliers.com. I've had a lot of people tell me in the comment section that they've produced a lot of firewood with one of these. I wanted to fall a tree. I think I would have much preferred using my 562, but this worked sufficiently well, especially if you have a little bit more talent.
Looks like it works pretty well.
It did work really good, actually.
That limb is...
If I didn't mention it earlier, this is my son's saw. So he has been dying to get some actual saw time on this. Are you excited to cut, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, so tell me, what do you want to do here, bud?
Anything.
Anything?
Just cut the limbs off, firewood.
You want to get some firewood out of these?
Yeah.
All right, I do too. So we've got our gramp stick over there. I'm actually going to do a little bit of chalk marking for him so that way he can just focus on cutting. After he's cut for a little bit, I want my other son to cut too. And then I'll actually do a final log buck on the other side because I want to see what this saw feels like too. No fast idle. There we go. Wrap your thumb around the handle. There we go. Okay, now just trim this off right here. All right, now go ahead and drag some brush out of the way. You want to help real quick too?
Yeah.
All right, son, so when you're cutting firewood, you want to think about the ends being square like this.
Cut that one?
Yeah, you can actually. Here's that. So I want you to just get the top of the tree and focus on your where you're gonna pinch and stuff, okay? Hand around, thumb around it. get your legs out of the way. I want to see you straddle. Don't be behind the saw, be to the side of the saw, okay? I want you to focus on that. All right, cut this off here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, why don't you just cut from the easier side? So this time I want you to focus on less pressure. It's even pressure and high chain speed. Yeah. You got to keep your chain speed up. If you keep your chain speed up, your saw will cut better, okay? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and start that bad boy back up. You're almost in the dirt. Stand a little bit better, feet wider, thumb around the handle. Good work. Good work. I like it. All right, go ahead and shut it off for right now. Good job. Good job. We're gonna let your brother cut a little bit, right? Yeah, is that all right with you? Yeah. I know it's your saw, but you're gonna let him cut, right? Yeah. Maybe he'll get the chainsaw bug too. Good job. Better. It's not perfect. I'm gonna let you cut the next one, okay? Good, 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 good. Good work. Good job. Good job on the straightness, by the way. It's perfect. Now, stand up. You don't have to be flat. Just go ahead and cut it. You're getting the hang of it. You're doing good. Keep the chain speed up. Perfect. sit, sit. That's good. All right. I think that's it. We're gonna let him cut now, okay? Okay, go ahead and turn it off. Want to go get bar oil and fuel? Okay, pull it again. Okay, hold on.
It's harder than I did.
We're gonna have to explore this a little bit more, but it tells you a starting procedure, and if you notice the warm engine start, tells you that you need to put it in the choke position, pump the purge bulb 6 times, do not pull the handle, then push it, basically that'll go to half choke, which will be the fast idle, and then it says to pull it. We'll have to check on that. Good work. I think it's good that he wants to cut, wouldn't you say? Lock it and drop start it with authority, buddy.
Okay.
Pull it hard. So what do we think about the Husqvarna 440? This is the first time we've really put it to any work. Can it get the job done? Absolutely. It can get the job done. It sure beats something like an MS-170 or Husqvarna or Echo equivalent. Does this take place of like a 50cc Pro Saw? It does not. A 50cc Pro Saw would absolutely make very quick work of this project. A couple things I want to mention about this saw. The power's good. It runs well once you have it running. If you go to hot start it, we haven't exactly figured out what it likes. Every saw has a little bit of a procedure sometimes, but it really ought not be that way. In my opinion, you should just be able to pull the pull cord and that's it. Not dependent upon the time, how long it's been sitting, how hot it still is, and so forth. We're basically 2 tanks into this Husky 440. It's just one of those things I'm noticing. And also, I'm not sure if this has, it feels like it might have some sort of spring assist on it, but it's not like the rubber band style that you see on like a steel saw. So those ones will really fling back into you if you try to drop start one of them. So my thoughts, this is significantly less expensive than a pro saw. I'm not sure exactly what you would compare it to in the less than $400 range. You know, currently they're sitting around $379. I've heard they might go up to $400. With my discount, Okie10 at sawsuppliers.com, you're looking at, if the new price is true, you're looking at about $360. Old price is true, you know, you're going to be down 335, 340, somewhere around there. So that's rough math. That's very rough math. Enter that code in, see what it comes out. Okie10 at sawsuppliers.com. Were we able to get this tree cut down? Absolutely. Yes, this wood is pine, but you'll notice that this does not look like the wood that you'll get at Lowe's. This is what I made the deck out of, and that is incredible stuff. The grain is good and tight. I can tell you what, if we took an axe and tried to get it into that stump right there, we'd probably be unsuccessful. I have tried to drive, remember trying to put axes into those pine stumps like this stuff, and it doesn't really work good? Do you remember that? You don't remember that? It's been a lot of years since we cut all these trees down. You were very young. Because, I mean, we did that 6 years ago. So, yeah, he was a very young boy when I was falling all the timber in here. I assure you that this wood is not the lightest, easiest, softest wood there is. Of course, it doesn't compare to dry oak. You know, these green white oak trees right here aren't going to cut as bad as like that dry red oak I've been noodling on recently. So everybody, the question is can the 440 get the job done for the average guy? The answer is absolutely yes. It's not going to be an extremely exhilarating experience. It is fun though. Wouldn't you say it's still fun? Yeah. It's always fun to make these good chips running a good sharp chain. This is the semi-chisel that came on it. Will it get the job done? Again, the answer is yes, and it does a good job. Thank you for watching the Okie Woodsman channel. My boys did fantastic today. It was a really cool training session, and the weather is absolutely beautiful. We'll see you on the next one.
Looks like leather.